Hello, this is week 14, and I'm going to be discussing mental health. One thing that is really weird is that the correlation between me being self aware about my perfectionism comes from the whole COVID thing. And I've taken this time with COVID to be more self aware with who I am and what makes me tick. Throughout my whole high school, I don't know why, but I just haven't really thought about it too much. I just kind of thought, this is maybe normal. This is what other people think, but not at all. Honestly, I have read so many articles since, and I'm still reading articles. The one article that I am using as my what do you call it? As my thing is literally I'm learning from it because it's kind of going into how perfectionism is either other oriented or self oriented. The one that I have is other oriented. I want to please the others that are around me, and I want to appear perfect, and that is really crappy to say it out loud, but that's just how it is, really. It's just kind of this like inner prosecutor in my mind that's just telling me just not good enough, it's not good enough, not good enough, not good enough, not good enough. And while it is beneficial, it is also uh, detrimental in some ways. Like, I read this article about this man who got divorced 3 times, and he kind of blames it on his perfectionism and how he's struggling to cope with maintaining a relationship while having perfectionism. And when you have the other oriented perfectionism, it really you really do demand a lot out of your significant other. And I kind of saw that in this last relationship where I was just kind of like, it's not good enough, and it made me press the button of just ending it just like that. And it is really sad to come to the conclusion that maybe love is significantly harder for me just because I expect so much and have these high ambitions or expectations that people don't really carry around too much. It's really hard to find somebody with a strong mentality, but it's even harder to find somebody who's attracted to you with that mentality. And it's just been really hard. I haven't had a solid relationship ever except for the last one, which was about 4 months, 5 months, and that to me is it almost feels like an accomplishment, kind of. And it's just things like that that, while it is a positive, it's a negative. And having that self-realization of, and I've already written about this in my paper, that's when I kind of first embarked on it, but having this realization of it's not it almost feels like a disease, but like a beneficial disease where like I'm slowly dying, but dying for the better. And it's so weird to put it that way, but I'm okay with it. And that's really just who I am. So, mental health for me, um, kind of a roller coaster right now, um, especially with the job that I have. I hate people seeing me um, as a kind of villain, I guess. And that's all that my job does. I have to either tell them to wait in their car, call a number, or bring them inside, check their temperature, ask them COVID questions. People hate COVID questions. They will give you the most rude, abrupt answers ever, and it's just kind of like really annoying to me. And it's really tough in that aspect. And I've already told my boss, like, this is terrible. I wouldn't wish this upon anybody. So I'm either debating on quitting for my mental well-being, um, or just toughing it out. because I have a strong mentality for a reason. It just kind of, it's a fine line right now.